Welcome back. You're looking terrific, fantastic as always. It's your friend Arachnid. This is just me and you. Another one-on-one conversation. Listen, we go back like car seats and spinal cords. Before we even get into anything, please do me a massive favor. I will thank you eternally for it. And hit that like. Give me that thumbs up. You know I'm glad to see you again, right? You came back, you're watching another video. We're just having a one-on-one conversation. I think you guys want to come here, relax, chill, hear something different. I mean, you're hearing talking heads on Fox, you're hearing talking heads on CNN, MSNBC, C-SPAN, ABC, CBS, all that stuff. UPN probably has news, aka Warner Brothers, aka whatever it is now. Bunch of superhero stuff, Arrows and Charmed, and who knows what's going on. But I just thought, I'm going to come here today. I'm going to talk. Hopefully I'll entertain some of you. To my surprise, the criticism of my commentaries has been, why aren't they longer? They're too short. I know there's people rambling on for 35 minutes. They're not saying anything. And in the interest of keeping it 100, I'm going to go spark one up soon. And this shit's strong. This is the shit that paralyzed Superman. This is the shit that brought Fight Night's finest out of retirement, and the shit that put Dave the Ripped One in retirement. There's no way I could light a bowl of that shit up and come here and do a commentary with any sort of coherence. So, let's talk about what's going on. Let's relax just a little bit. I don't need to tell you, this is an Arachnid Soul video, and what I want you to do is close your eyes right now. Do a little bit of breathing. There's not going to be anything to see on the screen. Take this full screen, let the room go dark. To be honest with you, turn the screen off. You can still hear the audio. And as I always say about the phone, turn the phone off. You don't have to turn it off, but at least put it in airplane mode. Just chill, just relax. Close your eyes. We're going to do the breathing again real quick. I know some of you are like, this fucking breathing. Now, if you guys just tried this, just did the homework, I think it's going to help you out a lot. There's been a lot of people on Discord, on Instagram, on Facebook, on High Five, on Friendster that have been hitting me up. They were hitting me up apparently in the late 90s. But they've been hitting me up and they've been asking me questions. I've been answering them. People in the comment section have been asking me stuff. So if you have a question for me, I'm a real dude. I know you think, oh my god, that's Arachnid Soul who did Throwdown Wrestling and we tuned in every week and we enjoyed that and this has been a cool dude going way back. All that's true, but my head is no higher than yours. I'm no better than you are. We both came in the same way. We're both going out the same way. And the same way you've supported me on this channel, I want to support you. If you have any questions, if you have any problems in life, I guarantee I'm not going to ignore you. If you hit me up and DM me on Twitter, I've responded to 100% of those. So if you need some help, if I can help you, I'm going to help you. But let's get down to what this video is about. I'm just here today basically to entertain you. But before I can bring you up, let me bring you down. Let's do a little bit of that breathing. For anybody who missed the breathing video, there's a little thing on screen. Feel free to pause this right now. Go listen to that video. It'll make you super chill. But for the people who haven't seen it and the people who aren't going to click on that, let's go through real briefly what we're doing here. This is 5-count breathing. We're going to spend about 30 seconds on this, and then I've got some more stuff to say to you. All I want you to do is inhale slowly for 5 seconds through your nose, and then I want you to hold it for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 5 seconds through your mouth. By the way, if you're breathing and your shoulders are going up, you're not doing it right, but it's kept you alive, so it's good enough. We're going to come back. We're going to teach you proper breathing techniques, not just for life, but anybody out there who's an athlete, amateur or professional. I guarantee 2 things. It's going to help you, and it's not going to cost you any money. And let's do one of these in real time. Inhale slowly through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. And then exhale slowly through your mouth for 5 seconds. If you need to take a break here after you go through that, if you need to take a couple of short breaths because it's what you're used to, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong way to breathe. I'm just teaching you a better way, a more advanced way. And just keep your eyes shut. I just want to talk to you a little bit about where this channel is going to go. One of the things that I said to somebody last week when they sent me a DM on Twitter, I talked about how I wasn't going to come out of retirement and not be good or better than I was. I wasn't going to come out of retirement rusty. I told this dude, because he's thinking about coming out of retirement, listen, you have to show up, and on day one, it's like going into prison. You got to slap these motherfuckers. So what did I do? I came out with a commentary. The people liked it. What did I follow that up with? American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus Samoa Joe. The people like that. Other people come to this channel. They like the zombie stuff. So boom. Hit them with that 7 Days to Die long play. Other people just like to hear me talk. So boom, boom, boom. Hit them with 2 already. Here's the 3rd. And I hope that dude comes out of retirement too, just like I said to him. When we talk about dudes coming out of retirement, let's talk about Fight Night's finest out of BK, Brooklyn, NYC, just like your boy, yours truly. Even though I'm a West Coaster now, I still have love for the East, still have love for the West. I lived in the Midwest, and yeah. Let's talk about your boy, 592. We haven't seen him. Let's talk about Sakuraba. He's over there in England. He's not on the other side of the pond. He's swimming in the pond. Red Eye Jedi. We haven't seen him. It's getting lonely in the bingo hall. But one night I saw a light on in the corner. And I heard a guy, kind of sounded like a little Brooklyn accent. And I said, that's Fight Night's finest. That's a dude who's been laying his shit down on YouTube for at least 7 years. A little bit after that, I saw Dave the Ripped One. He came in, he hit up that vending machine, had one of those nasty room temperature Mountain Dews. And here's your boy in the Eagle's Nest, sitting in the bingo hall of YouTube, lighting one up and blowing one out as a tribute to all of you. And I know some of you are lost on this cannabis stuff and you're thinking, Arachnid, why is it every time you post a video now, you're talking about weed? And the reason is, as many of you know, I've been vegan since 2015. I'm not one of these people who said, oh, I'm gonna do it for 2 weeks. No, I'm still vegan. And people ask me all the time, you still vegan? Yes, 2 things, still vegan and still alive. Number 3, more healthy than ever. But when we talk about plant health, why would I talk to you about plants and science of plants and then shy away with the stigma of, oh my God, cannabis is a bad plant? Cannabis, just like the other plants, is a great plant. It's anti-inflammatory. Nobody's ever died from it. It helps people with their arthritis pain. There's people can't wake up in the morning. Sativa's your friend. There's people can't go to sleep at night. Indica's your friend. There's people who can't stay entertained at boring shit. Quinceañeras, Easters, weddings, funerals, wakes. Little hybrid is your friend. And as a matter of fact, indica might still be your friend too, because you find a little couch over in the corner, you go over there, you lay down, somebody's gonna wake you up at some point asking if you're okay, because somehow when you're out and you fall asleep, it's like, oh my God, if you were at home, they'd know you're okay and they let you sleep. I said to myself, what's this video about? And the answer was, it's not about a damn thing. It's about anything I want to talk about. It's about everything that comes into my mind. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And there's a lot of people stressed out about it, and I don't blame them. People say to me, Arachnid, how are you so cool with this? I don't understand it. You seem super laid back now. You seem more laid back now than you did before you left. I've had a couple of epiphanies in my life, and many of them have come in the last 2 or 3 years. And one of the reasons I came back to this channel was because the last video I made before I left the channel, it was a video about social anxiety. It was a video about mental health. It was a video about depression. And it struck a nerve with a lot of people. I got a lot of feedback on that video, more so outside of YouTube than even in YouTube. I made real life friends because of that video. I sent that video to people and it helped them because people said, finally somebody's saying the same stuff that I'm going through, so I know I'm not alone. So to add on to that, somebody, your boy Arachnid right now, is telling you you can come out the other side of a lot of this stuff. Social anxiety, depression. And I understand what people are saying. A lot of this stuff is chemical in your brain, and that's absolutely right. But even if you think most of this stuff is chemical in your brain, you're also saying it's not all chemical. So maybe there's part of it we can treat. So we do the meditation. So we do the breathing. So we eat healthy. So we have some weed. So we have some friendships. So we talk to each other with a little bit of respect, a little bit of decorum, a little bit of consideration for a fellow human being, and that improves the lives of everyone. I'm a guy who was on one side of things and realizes you might be on that same side, and now I'm halfway to the other side. Do I still have my dark days where I feel down and it's woe is me and maybe I don't want to get out of bed? Absolutely. Because like I said, we're talking about humans, we're talking to humans. Guess what I am? I'm a human. And I'm not a perfect human. As I always say, there's no halo over my head, but I try. And I'm a good person, I'm good to people. People like me, they're good back to me. You talk about a vicious circle, this is a circle of love. And I'm not talking about the circle of love where there's like keys in the fishbowl. No, this is a circle of love between humanity, between people. This is knowing that, again, we all came in the same way, we're going out the same way, and in between this is called life. You sleep a third of the time, you work a third of the time, the other third, why be miserable? One of the things people cannot get away from worrying about right now is politics. And I'm going to tell you something. I worked on 2 presidential campaigns. I've worked for multiple political organizations. And I know how the sausage is made. And I'm going to tell you right now, the stuff that you hear on Fox, on CNN, on MSNBC, the whole paradigm is incorrect. So what I'm going to do, not in this video, because some people just don't like politics, next week, I'm going to say real shit. I'm going to say real shit because it's 2020 and it's time to say real shit. And for anybody who's interested, I'm going to break down the entire American political system in a way that you've never heard from somebody who's been on the inside of it and knows what goes on behind closed doors. And unlike some people who are going to spread conspiracy theories and so on, when I post that video, please have a notepad, please have a pen, because I want you to hear the stuff I'm saying, and if you don't believe it, I want you to go look it up. I'm not one of these people who wants you to take my word for anything, and I guarantee if you watch this video I'm posting next week, you're going to be more informed in the 10 minutes and the 15 minutes, however long the video happens to be, about American politics than your parents, than your friend who thinks they know about politics, than any of the people on any of those corporate news channels. I'm going to smarten you up. And you might have some questions about politicians or politics or corporate media. I'm going to give you all of the puzzle pieces. It's all going to make sense to you next week. I suspect about 15% of you will care. The other 75% either won't care or will care temporarily. It's going to shock many of you. And one thing I can promise you, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, I'm not going after any of the voters. So this shit should not offend anyone. I'm just giving you facts. And if you want to look away from them, that's fine. One of the questions that I asked myself before I came back to YouTube was, will the people even care? Is anybody going to be left? Is anybody going to remember me? Is anybody going to be excited about my return? And after I posted the teaser trailer, the first video to me coming back, the response was great. And after I posted the second video and the third video, the response has been great. People have been more active at this time in the comment section than at any point my first run. So I thank you for that, and I have to tell you, it's been one of the things that really has helped me in my mind. It's been one of the things that really has lifted my spirits. For anybody out there who's kind of on the fence about doing a YouTube channel and maybe wants to, but you're kind of scared, I'd say go for it. Most of the people out there are not assholes. Some of them are, but it's like I said in one of the first videos I posted when I came back, some people are not capable of having the same level of maturity that you might have at any given time, at every point in time in their lives. And that should be easily understandable because no one listening to this is. I mean, I have my moments where sometimes I say something, later on I'm like, boy, that was kind of fucked up. And I go back and I apologize to the person. I'm getting much better at it, but I'm a flawed human just like everybody else. And I bring that up again to say, if you have something that you want to ask me, you want to say to me, reach out to me. We're friends. I'm here for you. If you have no other friend, I'm your friend. I said it in that last video before I left. This is probably video 5 or 6 since I've come back. If you haven't heard it in the previous 5 or 6 videos, I'm saying it again right now. The main cause of the political video is going to be, I know people want things in this country. I know there's people who would love to have health care in this country, or a living wage. People would love college tuition. There's some people who don't like the drone strikes, don't like Guantanamo Bay, don't like our war policies, don't like our private prison system or even the existence of it. They know the war on drugs is racist and was intended to be racist from the time President Nixon instituted it to right now. There's people out there who are wondering where the stimulus checks are and how to make their mortgage payments, how to pay for their cars. You got that money every month? No. And you're not alone. You're struggling, and a lot of people are struggling. So next week, the main focus of my political video is how to get what you want from politicians, and also why you can't get it, how the system works, how to fix it, and for all these young people who are talking about clean air, clean water, trying to keep those ice cubes up north still ice cubes. How are you going to go about it? Next week, come back. I'm going to talk to you about it. Don't mean to get anybody too excited right now. Keep doing the breathing. Keep your eyes shut. As always, it has been your friend Arachnid Soul, coming to you from a dark, dark corner, looking at a bowl right now of the bingo hall. And I'll talk to you next week. And we're going to talk about some real shit. I'm going to keep it positive. I'm not going to insult you or anybody you know. And you have my promise here, which is extremely rare when people talk about politics. And thanks for listening to this. I hope this helped you. I know doing this commentary helped me. Please talk to me down below in the comment section if you have anything you want to say, if you have anything you want to ask. And I will talk to the awesome person that you are, who's still alive. A lot of people didn't make it. Next time.